Good morning, seventh graders, whether you're at home or whether you're at school wrapping things up. This is the start of the second quarter. Everybody starts brand new, fresh grades. Let's get off to a good start. In your folders, and if you don't have it, go ahead and pause this video and go get your folder. But we want to fill out notes together on Spanish colonies. So you're going to look after lesson 3. That's pages 21 through 24 in your folder. The very next page is the page that you want. It is typed, and at the top it says, "Why did Spain set up colonies in America?" Here on the screen, you see the 3 answers that you want to write down to start our notes for today. The Spanish came to America to build their empire, to grab as much gold and silver as they possibly could, and they saw America as an opportunity for Christian missionaries. This word empire is our vocabulary word for today. The word empire is to conquer land for your country, to gain size and power, if not for your country, then for your king. Spain was in a competition. It was believed that whichever country could grab more land in places like America would have an advantage over its neighbors. So Spain literally wanted to grab land in places like Mexico and South America before countries like Portugal or France could. Same way with answer number 2, gold. It was believed if you could get to a land first, then you could grab the rich minerals and metals that were in the ground. And if you could get there first, that gold would be yours and not somebody else's. Now, those 2 answers sound selfish. They sound very power grabbing. The third one we might say is a positive reason for coming to America, that Christian missionaries, priests, would come knowing that the Native Americans had never heard the story of Jesus before. And they would send many over to try to teach this new religion to Indians that they saw as primitive or savage. But there is another thought here. The king allowed these priests to come. The belief was that good Christian Indians would behave. They would not rebel and attack the Spanish that had taken their land. And so the king saw a benefit to having Christian missionaries there, even if the Christian missionaries were there for the sole purpose of preaching the gospel. So those are the 3 answers that you need for that very important question. Why did the Spanish come and live in America? The next statement then, Spanish colonization to establish colonies, that is a competition. I want you to see this similar to a ball game in their opinions, that they could grab land first, they could grab land that other people would not be able to grab. And in the early history of this time period, Spain's major rival was Portugal, its neighbor. Portugal and Spain both had a great interest in America. Both saw it as a stepping point or a port where they could continue their travels on to Asia, and they wanted that land. Spain will claim the western part of South America. As we saw the Inca Empire in Peru, they grabbed the lands facing the Pacific Ocean. What was left for Brazil to grab was the eastern coast that would face back towards the Atlantic Ocean. And even today, the largest country in South America, Brazil, was a Portuguese colony, and their native language in that country is Portuguese today. This competition was going to lead to a major war over the Atlantic Ocean. had not the Roman Catholic Pope stepped in and stopped these two countries from fighting. He literally took a map of America and drew a line down the middle, basically giving Portugal everything to the east of his line and Spain everything west of the line. I guess nobody asked France and England what they thought about that arrangement. We're going to finish up for today looking at what this colonization meant for the people in America, where it might have meant a brand new life, new opportunities. For the Spanish coming, it meant a very harsh life for Native Americans. It meant, in most cases, slavery, if not death. The remaining Indians who were conquered in battle by the conquistadors were put to work on Spanish farms or in mines looking for gold. They were put into work. They would be the slave labor for the Spanish workers that had lived here. And so this concept of plantations, as you just simply write that these are large farms where the Indians would be forced to work. And then I need to explain this encomiendas system. The encomiendas were basically a passport to America. And I want you to write that. It was a passport to America. Not only did it give you permission to travel the Atlantic Ocean and come to places like Mexico and California to live, but it was also a command that the king expected you to work. He expected you to use the Indians as slave labor. And of course, he expected money when it was all said and done. So I want to finish today's lesson with you understanding that the king expected two things from his people in America. He expected you to work very hard, and he expected, I guess we could call it, taxes at the end. If you made thousands and thousands of dollars working in America, he expected a percentage of that money to be given to his hands. He's the king. It's good to be king. He gave you permission to come over here. He expected some payment due to his decision. Now, there's still another half page of this sheet left. We're not going to fill it out till Wednesday. You have the Google Doc on the classroom page that you can go ahead and type up today's notes, but please do not turn in until you're finished with the notes on Wednesday. Any questions, remote students? Those of you that are at home, don't hesitate to contact me. Let's get off to a great start in this second quarter. Let's get all of our work completed. You have lesson 3 to complete, and I do want that turned in online. You'll have these notes that you'll finish on Wednesday, and we will be doing lesson 4 work towards the end of the week. Also notice that the new quarter has begun, so there are new standards on IXL. I have assigned 7th grade, double B, numbers 1 and 2, Age of Exploration, and the first part of the Portuguese and Spanish colonists. All right, 7th graders, now it's up to you. Let's go get to work.